Howdy folks, we're going to hop on and try out some out of ore for a bit. We're on the beta patch, so the bulldozers and the graders got a huge upgrade. They're actually working pretty decent nowadays. We're going to hop on, I think I might go back to, that was winter, I might go all the way back to Scandinavia. I'm curious if the dozer will destroy the bushes now. Death to all bushes, what I say. What's up, Mark? I played this for about 5 minutes when the beta first came out. I've been super busy. I've been working day and night. Got about 3 hours of sleep last night. Good times. It pays the bills. What was going on in this world? I gotta remember now. It seems like my mouse sensitivity is way different. It is super sensitive. I'm not sure what happened there. I wonder if I accidentally hit a button or something on my mouse. I can't change the DPI. There we go. That feels a little better. Alright. Do I have a dozer on this map? I don't actually remember. No dozer here. I think I might have ended up selling it. Got 3 wheel loaders. Nice. 4 wheel loaders, I guess, if you count the a million. So yeah, I'm going to need to borrow some money from the company, I think. So where could we do some dozering? I want to do some dozering and see if it, like I said, I want to see if it destroys the bushes or anything. Hey, Prankstar, how's it going? Martin, welcome. Maybe we could clean up this road a little bit with the dozer and see how that goes. Let me see. I think I got... Oh, now in the UI, it's like super slow. I'm going to turn my DPI back up. Let's transfer. I've got 21 million in the company funds. Withdraw from company. Just get 10 million. Should be enough to buy a bulldozer, right? Purchase. Vehicles. Dozers. There it is. What's the biggest, baddest dozer we got? The 11,000? Looks like a nice one. Did they I forget now if they reworked all of these dozers or just some of them. Maybe I should have read the patch notes. Let's get the DX1000. We'll see how that goes. Does it have any description here? No, it doesn't say anything. All right, let's buy one of those. I know on my Arctic Winter save, it converted one of my dozers to the new one. I don't remember which dozer that was, though. And also don't remember if they all got reworked or just some of them. We'll find out. They still interfere with the ground a little bit. Yeah, it's got the new telemetry data down there on it. It feels like it's one of the new ones. I'm gonna turn my headphones down just a little bit. Tell me if the stream is too loud. I don't hear what you guys hear. I think I did want to double check in the settings. I think they set that to automatic. Number of world deformation threads. Yeah, I think that automatically picks that up. That is set to 8. Hey, Blue Eagle. So first question. Does this delete plants? Probably not. Next question. How in the world do I control the blade? That's up and down. That's tilt. I think they said tilt doesn't really do much yet. Then that's that way. Okay. Caution, junior dozer operator. Oh my gosh, did it just delete bushes? No, it deleted a bush. I guess if it goes deep enough, it deletes bushes. That's kind of what it looks like. Sounds good. All right, thanks, Martin. Yeah, we need to get that back together. Neat. Let's see if we can make a little shelf here. So our tilt, the white tilt 11.1, that's our chassis. This is our blade tilt. So if I set that to about there, that should in theory be somewhat levelish. Making fine adjustments with my mouse. Hey, we just knocked over a tree. So it doesn't delete the bushes. It does destroy them if it gets deep enough, though. Which is, I think, is what it used to do. Now, the new numbers are separate from the GPS that you can install. You can still buy the GPS if you want that as well. I never liked the GPS. Alright. Oh, wrong button. My dozer is dozering. I like it. Controls are kind of backwards from what I'd expect when you're turning. Yeah, that's so much better. Oops. Backwards. You can see it kind of pushes out in front of you now, too. Not perfect, but much better. Cool. Let's see if we can smooth this out a little bit. Trying to get a camera view that works. Yeah, it's awkward to adjust all the things as needed, since I'm just using a mouse and keyboard. Hey Dale. Yeah, it's totally different. Much better. And this is in the beta. There's if you go check out Steam News, there's instructions on getting subscribed to the beta if you've never done it before. There's a lot of other changes too. We'll take a look at some of that other stuff with power, conveyors and whatnot. But yeah, you can actually kind of dozer with the dozer now. I like it. Let's smooth out our work here. I'd like to kind of push that over into this hole. I don't know if I can make that happen. I almost need a smaller dozer for that finish work. Yeah, that didn't really work. It smoothed out the chunk. Whoa. Oh, man. I hate the fact that it still interacts with the ground when it's like, you know, 1.5 feet or 2 feet above the ground. I just ruined my road. So it still has that problem. It turns a lot better now as well as all the other improvements. Also, they said it doesn't delete material, you know, like it used to. Yeah, I'm just totally decimating my road. Yeah, we'll get the roller down here. We'll fix that. Alright, before I do any more damage, let's move this thing out of the way. Knock that tree over. Alright, let's turn you off, and let's go this. Now that we have a working dozer, we got to get it in the company colors. I always try to drag to the filter because it looks like the yellow paint. Here we go. Review. Alright, somewhere on the map we have a roller. There it is. Drive. Whee! I don't think there's any changes to the rollers. They already worked pretty good. I think the dozers and the grader is the main thing. You got the big new change. G, start vibro. Oh, hello. Maybe they did change the rollers. That is compacting the crap out of the ground. Okay, well that's different. Nah, it's all good, Mark. We'll fix the road up. I have all of my saves backed up anyway, separately from the game. If I did want to revert, I could always do that. Yeah, that's really compacting a lot. I think that changed. At least since I played. I haven't played in a while. Haven't used the roller in quite a while either. That makes me wonder if the other roller does less. Like, isn't there a more of a paving roller? Like, this roller is more for compacting dirt rather than like smoothing for paving. I think I've only got the one. Yeah, so if we go to that, purchase. It's under paving. Yeah, I wonder if this guy does a smoother job. Let's go find out. Let's buy a few of those. For any of you guys that have been watching this series, this is season 4. Season 4 map. Scandinavia. Hello? Okay. Fun. I guess if it's a stack, it doesn't know to swap it somewhere else. Fun. Alright, how much rollering does this roller do? Oh no, it does just as much rollering. No difference. Okay. So I guess it's just cosmetics and how they look. Maybe it smooths it out a little smoother, although it looks like it's going pretty deep. And I'm afraid the grader would make it even worse. The grader takes a lot of skill, a lot more skill than I have. They're kind of a bear to run in real life, from what I understand. Yeah, Dale, it's smashing her in there. The dirt's not going anywhere. Alright, let's smooth up the side a little bit. Then we'll get the paver down here. I don't think I have any asphalt, though. I'll have to look. It's been a long time since I was on this map. Oh, I know the grader works a lot better now. I'm just pretty terrible at it. It's a little better. A little bit better. Let's go hop over in the paver, and we don't have anything in the paver. Have to go look and see. I know it's at some point I was making asphalt down at the lower plant. I don't know if I still am or not. Do. Coming through. Don't forget the beacon lights. I don't think I have any beacons on this guy. I got some lights though. Don't worry, OSHA already came by this mine and they had a stroke, so we're good. Alright, I don't remember how wide this goes. It goes a little wide. Also don't remember the controls. How do we do the thing? Shift, it looks like. Nope. That's tilty tilt. That's up and down. Shift on the arrow keys. There we go. Oh look, it's got little winglets now. For the roof, I don't remember that. Is that new? So it's about that wide. We need to back up a little bit. Then we need to go get some asphalt. And for that, I think we'll hop in the Peterworth, the Petworth. Don't have anything in there. Let's go see if we can find some asphalt. Whee! Or wait, did I have a less long dump truck? What do I have for dump trucks on this map? Just this guy. Then the DX60. All right, we'll use the Peterworth, the Petworth, Peterbilt Kenworth. Aw, it's got the default horn. Now I gotta turn our lights on. I think maybe I was making asphalt down here somewhere. Let's go look. Like this map survived okay. I don't see anything too broken. I was making asphalt back in here somewhere. I don't see any way to drive back over there though. Yeah, let's go look. I don't remember if I tore down the asphalt plant or not. So we have lights. So see there's lights now on the conveyors. So they have no power. You're on. You are not. Now they have lights. Now they're green. Okay, so I just had the plant turned off. Fair enough. That's just oil, I think. Might just have to buy some asphalt. I don't know that I was making asphalt anywhere. I think I tore all that down. Yeah, this is all just basically for coal processing. And then I have the water coming in. If I remember right, I had some asphalt production over here at some point. Looks like that is gone. So if I bought, can I even buy asphalt? And then how do I get it in the dump truck? Yeah, you can buy asphalt. Well, what does the... Used to make asphalt from gravel. So we need gravel and oil. Okay. You'll just buy some asphalt. I don't want to get into a whole production chain. I'm just playing around with the beta. Whoa, holy screen tearing, Batman. What's up with that? So if I wanted to buy some asphalt, I need to put it in a loading station. Do I have a loading station over here? I think I do. May have to build one. Yeah, I don't have a loading station anywhere. Alright, well, let's build a loading station. So we would need some stuff. Let's see. Conveyors. So I think we would need a hopper to put it in. We're going to need at least one of these to get some elevation. And then we would need a straight, say a straight 6. And then a chute to drop it in the truck. Then we need some kind of power. They have a new block. Straight power input. Yeah, one of these. This is a new block. Let's get one of those. We'll see if we can make this work. Alright, I want my hopper, and then I want to be near one of these power poles so we can hook into the power. So we're just going to rinky-dink this. Let's put that there. Oops. And we'll stick that on the output. And then we'll stick that there. Oh, I could have got away with it too. Yeah, let's do it too. That'll work out a lot better. When I say two, I mean 2 sections. So it'd be a 4 meter. That. You go there. You go there. And then we have these new straight power inputs, which do just what they say. You can attach them anywhere in a conveyor line, and you can hook power up to that grid, basically. Super handy. So we should be able to just run this over to there. And then we have power. Once I turn the power on, of course. That's an important step. But we want to get some asphalt in here, and we want to get the truck under the chute before we do that. Yeah, Brian, we've had that discussion here before on the channel. OSHA versus MISHA. Don't you worry, OSHA would figure out a way to get in here. Get their 2 cents worth. Make sure we had all of our dihydrogen monoxide bottles properly labeled. So, something like that, maybe? And then we need to buy some asphalt. How much asphalt do we need? I have no idea. What if we bought that much? And we put that in here. And then we dump it in the truck. Sounds like a plan. Let's do it. Ruh-roh. He thinks I did something wrong. Why is that not powered? It's red. Is it overloaded? Oh, these guys are happy. They're green. Whee! Oh, you still have to turn that one on. I didn't realize that. I thought it just took power automatically. You just still have to turn that on. Got it. I don't think we're going to be able to fit all of this asphalt in here. That should be plenty for what we're doing, though. Okay, so if I turn this guy off... I don't even need that guy. I was thinking it just fed power in, but you can just turn this guy on and off. Got it. New stuff. Cool beans. Let's go see how much of this asphalt I can get poured into the spreader versus all over the ground. It used to be really tricky. I don't know if it still is. You kind of tilt, and then the whole truck comes out. Whee! Coming here with a hot load at about Mach 2. It's my exceedingly long dump truck. I don't remember what angle this dumps out at, but it's rapid. I remember that much. Somebody bang on that with a shovel. Get some flow going. Hello? Oh, there it goes. Did that just dump under the truck? I thought they said they fixed that. Boo. Worst patch ever. Yeah, one of the things they said in the patch notes, I thought, maybe I misread that. They had fixed it where it dumps under its own wheels. Yeah, not so much. Load rejected, apparently. I mean, I'm right against there. I don't know how it could not go in the hopper. There it goes. Whoa! Now we got a load in there. Still got some on the ground too. What are you gonna do? A little waste fuel. Why not? What the heck? It just bounced up in the air. Apparently it's happy to see me. Alright, we want to lower that down and then parking brake off, start paving. And in theory, we put some pavement down. It's a good theory. I guess we're not... Are we not close enough, maybe? Can't remember how picky this is. I didn't think it was that picky. I'm not sure, Nick. I haven't tried that method. The concrete pad tends to eat material, at least it used to. Yeah, let's get it right down on the ground, I guess. That's as low as it'll go. Sweet. Doesn't look like the paver really works very well anymore. It does when it's right on the ground, I guess. Coming through! Do I even want to know how slow this is going to be going uphill? Alright, if it's right on the ground, we can lay some pavement down. We may have to patch up some of this by hand. By some of this, I mean a lot of this. Oh yeah, it doesn't let you pay it backwards. I forgot about that. Fair enough. Nope, it just doesn't want to pave unless it's right on the ground. Okay. Well, oh, we're out of pavement too. That'll work. That'll do it. To the truck. Hoi. It's the most ridiculous jump in video gaming. Tell you what, let's try this. And we'll smooth it out with a shovel. So I'm sure that'll go perfectly well. Oh, it puts the brakes on when you hop out. Used to be able to do fun stuff. No. There we go. I'm a little rusty on out of ore. Gotta remember all the buttons. That's a whole bunch of asphalt, but it looks like it just turns into dirt because reasons. So that didn't work out so great. We got most of the road fixed. Yeah, let's raise our thing of a doodle. Whatever it's called. There we go. That's raised all the way. Getting stuck on everything. Not the fastest machine ever. It's actually got a decent amount of detail on it. If I recall correctly, I had that parked over here. So we'll put it back. Lights off. There we go. Well, what can we go destroy with the dozer? Let's take the dozer down. See if we can get into some gravel, maybe? I forget what I had exactly down at the bottom. Yeah, Nick, a low loader so you could move your equipment out to the work site would be pretty cool. I'm pretty sure they've said they want to do like trains eventually, unless I'm just hallucinating. I think that's something they said at some point. I know I could just like teleport down there and respawn this, but what fun would that be? Holy crap, that's loud in the cab. We'll stay out here. So how many of you guys have tried out the beta? What do you think? I think they did a good job on the dozers. We'll be doing a new season of Out of War at some point. I don't know when, though. I've got a lot of other projects lined up. So that's why I wanted to hop on and try out this beta, get a feel for the new stuff. I'm not sure when I'll be playing it a lot again. I want to go over to this pit and see. I don't remember if we got down to gravel or not. Well, actually, why don't I just refuel on here? Thank you. Well, I can get rid of my asphalt plant. Oh, you're new, Nick? I gotcha. Just imagine the bulldozer, except it doesn't really work. That's how it used to be. Or you can go watch some of my videos. Hey! There we go. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Keep the power cables. That. Or the dirt. Or the yellow. And we should probably run some material at some point, just for old time's sake. No, I wasn't down to gravel. I was Like I was exposing this. Is that coal? Is that a coal seam? Yeah, it's coal. So is it worth trying to get the dozer to take off some of that overburden maybe? I kind of need to be on the other side of this. Oh, it turns so much better too. It used to be really, really slow at turning. Big improvement all around for the dozers. And I heard the grader is redone as well. Let's do a little dirt work over here. I think I'm going to start by making a ramp here if I can. To come from that concrete up to across here without having to go around. Yeah, somewhere around in here. Is that as low as I can go? If I tilt forward, is that big? Oh, there it goes. Just wasn't biting in at first. So we should be able to kind of push the dirt now, like you would expect. There we go. Very nice. I remember now why I hated this map so much. All these bushes and everything everywhere. It's a real pain in the butt. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. Like, I've got all this dirt in my blade, but it's a little weird. Whoa! Camera flipped out there for a minute. Kind of getting there. Come on, bite in. Doesn't really want to bite. Once it starts, it does okay. It's just getting it started. Yeah, the blade angle doesn't really do anything right now. If you're talking about this angle. At least that's what Split was saying in his update video. Blade angle, I don't think matters at all right now. I think the only thing that matters is it does lower the geometry a little bit of your blade. But I had to tilt it all the way forward, FYI. Trying to get it to bite in. It eventually bites. It just takes a little bit sometimes. Yep, she's wanting to float a little bit. Yeah, got a little too much material trying to move. We're getting there. We almost got a ramp. Just went a little deep on that cut. I love how it kind of just slows down and pushes now. Kind of moves the material out ahead of you. So much better. Alright, that's a little bit of a land bridge now. We can clean it up a little more. Next thing I wanted to do was get some of the dirt moved off of the coal over there that I've been digging. Alright, we'll dress that up a little bit from the other side eventually. So down in that pit with the wheel loader, I've been digging out this coal, but it's got like, you know, 3 to 6 feet of dirt on top of it. So what I was wondering is, with the dozer working better now, gotta go ahead and shove some of that dirt off, and then when I'm digging the coal, I'm just getting coal. Let's see if we can kind of make that work. Feels like sometimes the blade doesn't go all the way down. In reality, that would collapse and I would roll over and probably die, but this is a game. I'm gonna let that just build a ramp. Not sure how far that coal goes over. That's kind of doing what I wanted it to do. We moved some dirt anyway. That's a bonus. So in the beta now, you can kind of dozer with your dozer. That's nice. That coal comes right up to the surface there. There we go. Now we got the coal exposed. Everybody push! Some of this is pay dirt too, it looks like. Yeah, I don't like the GPS, Nick. I've tried it. Don't care for it. Doesn't do anything for me. I know I know some people like it. And that's fine. When I'm doing this kind of work, I just eyeball it. That works pretty well. Now that the dozer actually works. This big old blade makes it easy to see what it's doing. I'm not even looking at the numbers down at the bottom that we have now, which is super handy if you're doing finer work. Alright, we got some little squiggles. What happens if I give those a push? Do they disappear? Oh, they fall down there. Nice. Whoa! Almost fell off. Alright, I want to hit this right here. Yeah, I think this is just dirt and pay dirt. We're getting away from the coal. Whee! We're gonna drive straight to the moon, boys! Oh, that's awesome. I don't remember what the... What's the hide the... I don't remember what the... F3? There it is. Screenshot. Gotta get my F12s. Yeah, we'll go with the gray for something different. A little bit of side casting going on there. Very cool. You notice we're not like spinning out anymore. Actually feels like we have a bulldozer. Good stuff. Alright, I say we give the dozer a break. Let's go run some material. Got some coal to dig out now. And is this pay dirt? Oh, that's just dirt, but this over here is definitely pay dirt. So if you are new to this, you didn't know, you can control click to move stuff back and forth between inventories. Then you can throw stuff in the hopper, click consume, and it'll put it on the belts. Let's go get our power turned on and start running some stuff. I have like an obscene amount of oil down here. Not terrible. Getting some oil. All right, let's hop in this guy. The old L11. I couldn't remember what it was called. This guy has been used a lot. Don't they have a hops meter somewhere? They had a hops meter on it. Maybe not. I don't know how many hours we got on this bad boy. Whoa. If you guys have any questions about the setup here, let me know. It's a pretty straightforward plant. Oh, there it is. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Ouchway. I knew there was a hob meter in here somewhere. This is not my original L11 then. It's only got an hour and a half on it, it says. Or else that got reset at some point during a patch. For some reason, I thought it was over on the speedometer. I was looking all over there, couldn't find it. Still quite a bit of dirt on top of here, but it'll sell, I guess. I think this... Pretty sure this plant auto sells the dirt. But it's been a while since I was on this map. This was the original pit when I started this season. Then we went up north and tunneled into that mountain. Good times. You can get a bigger bite than that. There you go. If you're not overloaded, you're not trying. Nice big coal seam right here. A weird chat disconnected on my other PC. I haven't dropped any frames, so I think my internet's okay. Just YouTube being YouTube. It did reconnect. It just disconnected for a little bit. Whee! About bit off a little more than I could chew there. There we go. Nice big old snoot full of coal. I'm just assuming my plant's working. I should probably go check that. It's been a few patches since I used this. Yeah, looks like we got coal going into the coal plant. We're selling the dirt. Nice. Yeah, I think we're all good. Woo! Come on, Jumpy. We got our wash plant set up. That's all coming out of there. Yeah, we got stuff coming in to where it's supposed to go. Don't have any gravel going through. I don't remember if that's the... I remember how this plant works. Yeah, so there's nothing left over to come through here, I guess. We're not running any gravel or anything. What's up, Dave? We're going to have good tips for stopping your excavator from falling off the bench all the time. Yeah, that's just kind of a problem with the game, but there are things you can do. Like Ouchway says, take smaller bites. The excavators, they need a lot of work. I mostly use the front loader, the wheel loader here. I think it works about the best of all the machines. The excavators can be pretty frustrating. They act like they're made of styrofoam. They slide around a lot. I've used them some. I've even got twin joysticks that I've used with them some, but I like the wheel loader. Whoa! Glanced over at chat and just about went all the way through the ground. Yeah, season 6 was all about the baggers. Go big or go home. We used the largest bagger on the coal. What's it called? The coal map? Coal country or something like that? I forget what it's called. Do your thing, autosave. And for excavators, it can also help sometimes if you put down like a concrete pad or something to work on, rather than relying on the ground. Do I even have an excavator on this map? I do have one. I've got the little 200. Forget what it's doing. Was that when I was building the garage? I bought the little excavator to do something. I don't remember what I was doing now. It would have been two series ago. Not sure time-wise how long ago that was. It's been a little while. Alright, we just about got this coal seam. We got plenty of pay dirt here, though. Pretty relaxing. I needed a nice, chill, no-brainer game. I've had a lot of stuff going on at work lately. Working a lot of long hours. It's nice to just hop in a wheel loader or a dozer and push some virtual dirt around. Hey, I want you cleaned up. I was trying to dump that up there, but it won't fall out of the bucket. Alright, fine. Hey, road burner. It's going. Playing in the dirt. Yeah, Nick, it takes some practice for sure. Are you using joystick, Nick, or controller, or mouse and keyboard? What are you digging with? I mostly use mouse and keyboard. Sometimes I'll hook up a peripheral. Cool. Well, there's that coal seam worked. Feel good about that. Using the Xbox controller, Ouchway. Nice. You just go forever, right? As long as you have power? Yeah. Oil production is going. Guess I might as well sell a stack of that. When a lot of people ask about these decoration things, those are from a DLC. There's a decoration DLC that I have. That's where all these little clutter items come from. In case anybody was wondering. Kind of bring a little bit of life to the area. Alright, all that material has ran. Beautiful. How much coal do we end up with in here? That'll be enough for a while. We can just turn that all off. I think I might swing over to one of the other maps. Mess around a little bit. We did a lot of damage here. So this was the drop off. I would mine up there in the mountain, bring it down a truckload and open it here and get it processed into various things. Let's see. Let's sell this. Nice little chunk of change. And then I'm going to go ahead and set this back to 10,000. So let's go back to our bank. Deposit to the company. That would be $9,291,088, I think. There we go. Been leaving my old saves with just 10 grand, just for some fuel money, basically, in case we need to do something. Season 4, where are you? There you are. Season 4, save. Still doing the mouse and keyboard. It works. I've done excavator work with the mouse and keyboard. If you can grab a cheap like USB Xbox controller somewhere, those work pretty well for a lot of games as also. Let's see. That was the Arctic map. Let's go. I don't remember what I was doing there. Let's hop in the Arctic map. Everybody get their parkas on. If you're new here and you want to go check out some of these series, they're all organized by playlist on the channel. Go find them under Out of Ore. Seasons 1 through 6. And it goes back quite a ways, back to when the game used to be very different. So I had this dozer and, yeah, the 11,000, and I guess it converted it or something because it's now black. Need to fix that. Let's get some paint here. Back in company orange. Buy a couple of those just in case. I didn't need to hop out of the vehicle, did I? Oh, it is orange. I would put the orange in the tracks? What? Say what? Okay. Oh, it was still orange. It just mixed the paints up. Weird. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, well, fixed. I didn't have a grader or anything on here, but I don't think anything else changed. So I used the dozer a little bit here on Season 5, and they just weren't very good, but now that the dozer actually works... Oh, we could go work on that tailings pile. That abomination to God and man. Let's go see what we can do to the tailings pile. I'm going to get the conveyors out of the way. We'll see if we can spread that out some. I got tired of the plants on Scandinavia, so the next season we came to the Arctic. No plants anywhere. Nowhere to be found. Good stuff. We have a few tailings. Got a little bit of tailings going on. There you go. We'll chop that part off, and it looks like maybe the power gets turned off when the save converts. New version, because I see stuff in the belts everywhere, but yet nothing is happening. All my little lights are not even lit up at all. That must mean the coal plant's turned off. Indeed. That was weird. Now we got green lights everywhere. I like this plant. It turned out pretty well. Alright, we'll let that work away on stuff, and we'll go see if we can do something about this tailings pile. We're not running gravel, I don't think, so I don't think there'll be any more tailings piling up while we're working on it. I do have some tailings in my inventory. I guess that came out of the conveyors. So we'll just sell those. Alright, let's see if we can shove some tailings around with the new dozer. Get our work cut out for us. Let's actually go over here. As far as I know, there's no collapse mechanic, so we kind of have to push it everywhere we want it to go. My first thought was to kind of build a ramp up maybe and start pushing off the top. I'm not sure that's going to work. So we can push it some to the side. Pucker factor's getting up there. And now I have a little material worked over. Can I make a ramp coming from the other direction? Then start pushing off the top. Maybe? It's a plan. I don't know if it's a good plan, but it is a plan. The blade angle does seem to make a difference, so I don't know. Maybe split was wrong. Or else it's just lowering the geometry enough that it changes how it works. Yeah, no problem with this attack angle, right, guys? Nothing wrong with that at all. Push! I think we're going to run out of power. Yeah, we just run out of power. That's cool, though. It's better than it used to be. Start knocking some of this off. Alright, push some of this over to make more of a ramp. Yeah, this blade doesn't twist side to side. I think there's only one dozer that does that. Dozer strong. Whee! They do have a dozer that can do that, but it's a lot smaller, I think. I guess I could go look, see how much it is. I'm having fun with this one. Yeah, I think they call it a 6-way. You're able to angle the blade. We run out of pushing power. If I could ever get up to the top, I could start taking the top off. I don't know that I'll be able to get up there. Roar! So, get my blade back straight. Alright, let's try going up this way one more time. Alright, strategy. I need more material over here on this. Make myself a ramp. We got down to bare dirt. Hey, Uncle. Yeah, I don't think I have enough blade dexterity to do something like that. If I had the little 6-way dozer, I could probably do that. Won't fall off the blade until it gets to like a certain angle. That kind of hampers things. Alright, let's come over here. Start pushing this material over there. Try to get as much as we can to build a little, even a little skinny ramp to get up to the top would help tremendously. I let the tailings pile get way too tall, that's for sure. Kind of almost teleport some of the dirt forward, which I'm using to my advantage here, I guess. How all this got out here. Did that just roll downhill? Fun. Whoa, I didn't want to dig in that deep. I'd like to apologize formally to any actual dozer operators. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just playing in the dirt. Oh, I'm hung up on. There's a little spike of material right there. That's stopping my dozer, apparently. Alright. Whack. Fixed. Yeah, those things were awesome. My grandma had an old dozer. I think it was a 40 something. And Dad worked on it one time trying to get it running. It hadn't ran in years and years and years. Everything was full of Madabra nuss. And it actually ran. Like, it was just amazing. It was this giant pile of rust. And it fired up. Yeah, it had like 3 cylinders, I think. Ginormous. I think my cousin had used it at one point, but it was well past its prime. This would have been like 2005. And it was a 1940 something dozer of some kind. I don't even know what brand it was. He ended up selling it. He was just trying to get it running so he could sell it. Nope. Still can't get to the top. It's crazy how little it takes for those things to run. They just need a little bit of compression. It was a diesel. Alright, I wonder if explosives is the answer. Do we need some boom boom? I think we might need some boom boom. Do I have boom boom? Oh, I just happen to have some boom boom. Look at that. Who knew? Is there any problem that a little bit of Amfo can't solve? I'm just splattering it around everywhere. Fire in the hole! There we go. I gave it the old college try with the dozer. See if we can get some of this to come down. Fire in the hole! Explosives are always the answer. What's up, Build It Funky? There we go. Now I bet we can get a ramp up here. Some of this all knocked down. I see you, little pixel up there. Oink. Boom! We still got a pixel hanging around up here. Ta-da! Got it. Alright, I don't know if we can get up this now, but it's a different pile of tailings. I don't know what exactly this does. Is that... It kind of re-levels it a little bit. Might have just made it a bigger pile of tailings. It's kind of leveling out a little bit. Come here, you. Nail this jump. Alright. Did that help any at all? I think it might still be too steep. Yeah. Still too steep. Well, let's start shoving it south. Then we can always bring down the cliff that we make with some explosives. If we can get about half a snoot full and keep pushing. Everybody push. Come on, chat. Get a push with me. Beautiful. That works so much better than it used to. Up that right-hand side? Yeah, it's not a bad idea, Spence. From over here. I think it's going to still be too steep, but maybe we can pick up a little bit of the sidecast material and make something happen. It's worth a shot. we can take some of this with us. Make that more of a gradual slope. Spence might have been onto something. We're running out of ground over here on this side. I think that might be a winning strategy, though. I don't know if we'll be able to make it all the way up going here because we got so much right there to push. I think here's where we're going to stall out. Yeah, there's just too much material. Roar! There we go. We got a little more of it pushed off. Think they might have some questions. I got all the answers. Ta-da! Oh, there we go. Oh, that's right. Dark gray is the default. I forgot about that. We got part way up there. See if we can come up here and just shave a little more off of that. Nope. If it's too much material to push, it'll just start climbing. Oh, we got a little bit of it. Had to kind of psych it out. Ta-da! Sort of made it up here. See if we can start pushing some of this down. What's up, High Cap? What's that? Do I mean a little old lady gonna chew a tobacco? Yeah, exactly, Brian. Get you a little snoot full of the liquid corn. Oh boy, nope, 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 not today, not today, gravity. Not today, gravity. Yeah, the dozer is like 1,000% better. They're getting her figured out. Alright, we need to bring down that overhang, but we could probably do that with some explosives. Come on, keep on pushing. Push. Not sure if we're pushing that off or just making this taller. One or the other. I think we are gradually moving it sideways. Oh, I'm getting hung up on my thingy in the back here. A ripper. Yeah, it keeps making these little points and then the dozer gets stuck on them. See a little point there? It's a bit of a problem. You just gotta smack it. Excuse me, just gotta smack it with a shovel. Yeah, high cap, the dozering's really good now. I'm liking it. I'm really digging it. See what I did there? Boo hiss. I might have bit off more than I can chew. It's a little weird sometimes with how it teleports the material out front, but overall, super satisfying now to actually use the dozer. Just the fact that you can push material now with the bulldozer is a huge win. That's kind of what they're used for. Alright, we're wearing this thing down. We're getting her spread out. Uh-oh. Got a little overly ambitious. Whoa, hello. Easy there, physics. Got a little too ambitious on that one. Might have screwed it up. Nah, we're good. I think. Whoa, camera? It's one molecule too big to push, so I can't move it. Is that what's going on here? Game. Huh. We appear to hit something solid. Yep. I think it was just one molecule too big to push. We had to split it up. Yeah, look at that. Flattening it out. I think we need some more boom boom to deal with this giant pillar here. I've still got 49 more info. And I've got about 20 million bucks in the bank, so we can always buy more. Fire in the hole. Alright, we got that. Ta-da! Beautiful. Nope, stay up here. Get one We're there. There. And there. Plug your ears. It's perfectly safe. That might have actually made it taller. Will this be done before Star Citizen? I don't know. Probably won't be done before Squadron 42's release, because that's going to come out this year. Unless the date changes. Oh, I got a wooden thing right there. I can't plow through that. Let me just kind of take the side off here. Shave her down. Yeah, I'm good with the pace the out of war guys are doing. I mean, it's still basically just Christian, right? Just one dude? Or did he get some help? Got some help, Spence says. Alright, cool. Yeah, finished games is... It's kind of like a unicorn these days. Let's see who's dinging my phone. Alright. Checking to make sure it wasn't work. Yeah, it's just a small indie team. Some of my favorite games are made by like single devs or very tiny teams. Alright, we just about got this thing knocked down. This was the main goal. I gotta get off here in about 10 minutes. Super fun. Maybe by the time I get around to doing a new season, I'll have even more updates out. I've got a lot of other projects lined up, so I'm not sure when the next season of Out of War will be. Your chunk. Oh, look at that. It all just fell down. Perfect. Yeah, Build It Funky. It's crazy how much it's changed just since I started playing. We used to have Cocoa Puffs dirt. All kinds of stuff. It's gone through a lot of iterations. You go back and look at like my Season 1 playlist. It's barely the same game. All right, now we can get off of that side. Let's make ourselves a ramp down here as well. There's some more of those spikes. They might need to see if they can get some of those spikes eliminated. There we go. Tailings pile knocked down. Yeah, railroader's taking forever. That's for sure. And not a lot of comms either. They did finally put out an update a while back. But I would imagine they're just heads down. Working on it. It kind of sounded like they were laying the foundation for modding support as well. But I don't have any trouble with Railroader either. They're another, again, it's a small passion project. I was lucky enough to get pre-release access to that out of the blue. I didn't even have any contact with them before that. And I knew as soon as I fired it up and started playing, like, they've got a winner. All the basics just worked, even in like a pre-release version. So that was pretty cool. Nice to see a project that's doing it right. Now, would I like to see updates come out faster? Sure. Who wouldn't? Alright, can I reach this? Hoi! Yeah, I thought you could jump 2 of these blocks. There we go. I think I'll just keep dumping out there, and then what I should do now that the dozer actually works well, if we're ever mining back on here, is keep the tailings pile trimmed down before it reaches into space. That would be a good thing to do. Usually have that up there. Cool. Well, I think we ran through all the material. I can go shut down the plant. Yeah, it'd be nice when they get modding support officially in. I'm not touching mods until then for several reasons. It's definitely got good bones. I agree with that. Cool, we still got almost a full stack of coal in there. I have not checked my wash plants here for a while. So I'll empty those out. Send the money back home. These will run for like the next 100 years. I've got so many diamonds and rubies. I wish there was an automated way to handle the diamonds and rubies. So many. All right, we got 178 grand and 259 grand. Perfect. I don't think I actually need the orange. Cool. Let's send money back to home base. I want to keep 10 grand, so we'll do 438,766. Yeah. Save that as season 5. I don't have my other seasons. I do have 4, 5, and 6 still as saves. So. Where's that? We haven't touched season 6. That's just the bagger. I'll fire that up real quick. Just for people that haven't seen the giant baggers. Exit to menu. And then I do need to get off here. So season 6 was our Go Big or Go Home series. It was a little bit shorter of a series. We used the largest machine in the game, and we were here on the coal map just mining coal. So this is the machine. Your mod folder is bigger than the game. So there you go. This giant behemoth. We use that to mine out a bunch of coal. A little spike there. Get out of here. And I'm not sure what I was doing. I must have been moving the hoppers and then we pooped some out on the ground. Yeah, let me hop in this thing though. It is ginormous. I mean, this is me standing next to it. And then when you hop in it, you're actually out here. I don't have a cursor, but you're actually out here in this little cab right next to the bucket wheel. The bucket wheel is like, I don't know, what's 60 or 80 feet. It's crazy. And this thing costs, which I don't, you can put points into lowering your costs and stuff. I don't have that. But if we go look at bucket wheels, that big guy is 27.5 million. So it's a little pricey. It's a big one. And I don't remember if this excavator is. The map, I think, is the DLC. I don't remember if the biggest excavator is or if it's one of the other bucket wheels. That's the DLC. Just be aware of that. Yeah, this thing is a monster. You can swing it back and forth and up and down, and yeah, it just chews through the material. So on this playthrough, I was just literally dumping it in hoppers and selling it. I wasn't really doing anything special with it. You want to check that out? That is season 6 on the playlist of Out of Ore. I need to get off here. I've been super busy with work. I need to get to bed and get some sleep. Thanks for hanging out. I know the streams have been pretty few and far between lately. I've just been really busy with life and work. So hope to see you back here again someday. If you are new, like I said, everything I've done over the years is in a playlist. It's there on the channel. Go look it up. Hope you can find something you like. Have a great rest of the week. I'll catch you in the next adventure. Take care.